it's okay. It's okay. We accept it. We embrace it. We hope that it changes. Hello, lovely people, and welcome to the Almita Made channel. My name is Alma, and I'm here to chat about all things making. I have not been making a huge amount of things in the last week or so. I have to be quite honest, I've been really low in energy and sort of creativity and all of those things. I have had some very, very good outings with friends. They have been amazing and they do recharge me a little bit, but most generally it's been quite a busy, full kind of juggling time for me. I'm juggling lots of different things that I'm doing, and I think I reached a point where I got very, very tired about everything. And the weather changed and got even colder, even grayer, even wetter here in the UK, in London where I live. And that always affects my mood and my productivity, I would say. I would very happily just go and hibernate and see you again in March, to be honest. I struggle to do everything basically once it starts turning cold. I think I eventually adjust to it, but when the weather starts turning, when the days start getting darker and shorter and colder, that transitional period gets me properly plummeting. In a similar way as to when the weather starts getting better and the days start getting longer, I feel like I have double the amount of hours in the day and I become extremely productive and excited about everything. It genuinely goes like that for me. But yes, so it has not been the best of times, I would say, but it's okay. It's okay. We accept it. We embrace it. We hope that it changes. Today, I'm going to chat to you about a couple of things that I've made and some very good progress that I've made on one of my knitted projects. So I'm excited about that. But before I get into all of that, I will tell you what I'm wearing. I am wearing the first jumper that I ever knitted years ago. I think it was 2020, maybe 21. It is called the Beauty School Top, I believe, by Poison Girls. Do you say it like that? I will put the details on the screen because I am not sure. But I was reflecting on this recently, looking at the yarn that I used for this, because I found the label and it's something like blacker yarns, something like that. Again, I'll put a picture and I'll put some details below because I cannot fully remember. But it is fingering weight yarn or 4-ply yarn. It is so dense. This was my first jumper. What was I thinking? I'm amazed that I kept going after it. It took forever, I'm sure. I don't have it anywhere. Maybe if I look through my Instagram posts, I can see more or less when I started it and when I finished it, but definitely months. It has this lovely plush kind of collar. I think it's turned under and sewed down. I love it. It's very warm. It's proper wool. I have washed it, blocked it and washed it again since I made it, and it's been completely fine. I am very happy with this. When I realized just how complex the thing I had done, I'm even more proud of it. I love wearing it. It's a great color. Really love this. It's called something like tussock. Is that a color? I didn't know it was. There are plenty of mistakes. For example, you can see some weird stripes here and there that I'm not sure what caused it, but I can live with that. The ribbing isn't great at the end of the sleeves and on the hem. It is quite tight to put on and off because I knew nothing about stretchy bind-offs and the pattern didn't tell me to do it at the time, I don't think. And I was a beginner, and so I just cast off as I'd learned to cast off for something else, for like a scarf. And so there is very little give there. But I can still get it on and it's not uncomfortable, but it is every time I put it on, I'm like, yes. The mistakes of previous me. But anyway, a very, very wearable jumper. I wear it with pride. It keeps me warm and it looks amazing with my falconer pants, which I will put a picture of up because you can't see anything while I'm sat down here. But I finished them for my last vlog, so you can find out all about these amazing trousers in that vlog. I have enjoyed wearing them a lot with lots of different jumpers. So I'm very pleased with that make. They shan't be my last pair, I'm sure. The other thing I'm wearing is a Sophie scarf. I think I only have 2 Sophie scarves for myself at time of recording. You never know. But I've made many of these as gifts, and I think I only have 2. I'm wearing it because it's absolutely freezing in the house. This is very much a perfect home scarf. That's what Pat calls it. He calls them my home scarves, because when it gets a little bit chilly in the house, which it does in this house, that's for sure, it's the perfect kind of neckerchief to put on and have a bit of warmth. And this yarn actually was quite a luxury for me. If I can find the details, I will put them on screen. It's something called like sneff snug. It means snowball. It means snowflake in either Swedish or Danish, all to be revealed and put somewhere in the screen, on the screen. But I bought one single ball at Knit With Me, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous yarn shop in Richmond in West London. Stunning. And I bought one ball because it was quite expensive, and I thought that will be perfect to make a Sophie scarf. And it was. I wear this all the time. It is so warm. It's incredible. It's lilac, of course, so it goes very well with the green jumper and the colourful trousers. So very happy with that. I know that lots of people are anti-Sophie scarf. It is a petite knit pattern. I love it. Have nothing bad to say about it. I've made it so many times. It's perfect for gifting. It's a great little project that doesn't require too many techniques or anything like that. It's easy to take on the go. For me, I keep row counter on my finger, so I find that is a great way of doing it. It gets me practicing the 8 timetable because I count rows, and I know that every 8 I do an increase, and then I know that whatever number I get to, I've done 5 rounds or 6 rounds or 8 not rounds, cycles, let's call them, because you increase or decrease every 8 rows. So yeah, it's good for the brain, kids. It's good for the brains. And speaking of Sophie scarves, I guess I'll jump straight on to something I've finished literally yesterday, which is a gift Sophie scarf. Whoop, whoop. It's cute. This is a merino. I bought it ages ago, probably for this purpose, to make a black Sophie scarf. And then I feel like I forgot about it because I have made that one black Sophie scarf and gifted it to someone, but it wasn't in this, it was in some cashmere. It was a bit fancier. And then I found this single ball of merino, which is super soft and delicious. And I thought, oh, I know someone else who would like a black Sophie scarf, because let's face it, who isn't gonna like a black Sophie scarf? Probably me, actually, because I don't do black that much. But yes, this has been just come off the needles. It's super soft, and it was sort of requested. So a couple of friends, I made a Sophie scarf for one of them for their birthday, and the other one was like, oh, what's that? Very interested, and requested it in black. So it has been finished, and it will be gifted very soon for no reason, not birthday, but I guess it could be like a Christmas, leading into Christmas gift. Why not? Honestly, it doesn't take long. You can use really nice yarn because you only use one ball really, and you can sort of make it work in any yarn. So I have a lot of love for the Sophie scarf, as you may be able to tell. The other thing that I finished recently was a sort of impulse project. Sort of impulse because I think I've mentioned it before. I have a bag, a big Barbie the movie bag actually, where I have a few ready cut projects, or perhaps even if they're not cut, it's the fabric and the pattern together, so I know that they're ready to go. The fabric's probably pre-washed, the pattern's already cut. So I kind of have these project bags, yeah, we can call them, that I've maybe prepped at some point but wasn't ready to make the thing at that time. And in that bag, I was looking for inspiration. I wasn't ready after my trousers, after my falconer pants. I wasn't ready for a big project. As I said, I've been feeling pretty low and just uninspired. But I knew I wanted to make something, because usually it helps me get out of that mood if I'm making something. And so I rummaged through my bag and I found an already cut bum bag. So the bum bag is one of the patterns in the City Set bag collection, which is a Sew Over It pattern. I work at Sew Over It, so you'll see a lot of Sew Over It on this channel. But I've made the bum bag many times. Again, I've made it as gifts. I will link, because it's actually the perfect time of year. I filmed it in the summer because I was going to see my family in Costa Rica in the summer. So I filmed a vlog full of gift ideas, sewn gift ideas. I will link to it here because it's now very much relevant for Christmas. If you're looking for festive gifts, I should say, in general, whatever festivity you celebrate. And if you're looking for gifts to sew for people, that video should hopefully be of some use. And in that one, I think I'd made 2 bum bags, I'm pretty sure. But I decided to make one for myself because I used to have 3. 2 have now perished. I made myself a purple one ages ago when the pattern first came out, which is maybe 3 years ago. It was completely tattered. I did wash it, but it was an oiled, a waxed canvas, that's what it's called. And it just didn't come out looking very right. It looked sad and tattered, and I got rid of it. I saved the D-rings though, because D-rings are hard to come by. And then I had another one that Chloe, my colleague at Sew Over It, made me ages ago as well, probably when it came out. And the zip broke, which was really upsetting. And I thought, yes, I could repair it, but also was also looking quite tattered because I use these little bags all the time, and you can tell they are very well used. So I got rid of that one as well, which made me sad. But you know, it was time to make a new one. I have recently, maybe like last year or in the spring, I made myself a pink one, but I was really missing a purple one because, as you might know, I really enjoy purple. You can see it behind me here in my hair, although in this light my hair barely looks purple, which upsets me, to be honest. But again, another thing that gets me down, the light goes down, the sun goes down so early that I'm mainly filming in the darkness these days, which is sad. I apologize for the slightly less good lighting. I have lights up, but yeah, it is what it is, and it makes me sad. But we carry on, we cheer ourselves up by making things. Anyway, it was time for a purple one, and I had completely forgotten that I had already cut a purple bum bag already, the lining and everything, not the interfacing. So I have made this bag quite a lot without interfacing because it's much easier to make, if I'm honest, but I do love the look of the interfaced version. So I use Decoville, which is a really thick kind of interfacing, and it's the recommended one for the pattern. And it means that the bag really keeps its shape even when it's empty. And I love that. But the last few that I've made, I didn't use interfacing because I wanted an easier time. And then I did use it for this one, and I sort of regretted it. I didn't. I'm happy with the result. But in the moment, I was like, oh, I should have done it without. But let me show you my new purple bum bag. There it is. Do you see what I mean about the shape? It's got like solidity. Let me show you compared to the one that doesn't have interfacing. Let's do that. So this is just a canvas without interfacing, and it just crunches up, which is quite useful if you're just taking it on holiday perhaps or something, just throwing it in your bag. It's completely fine. And I use this for every dog walk really in the mornings, and it's fine. But then you look at it with interfacing, it just looks a bit posher, doesn't it? And this is empty as well, but it just has more shape. It looks more professional. Can you see the difference? So I am glad that I used the interfacing on this, but I wasn't glad in the moment because I was after a super easy breezy make, and it just makes it a little bit tougher to go through all the layers. So what I use is a cotton twill from Sew Me Sunshine, I think is this. I've got a beret and a Frankie jacket in this fabric, and I still had a little bit of it left. So now I have a full set. All of these patterns are by Sew Over It, by the way. And it's great. It's quite a sturdy fabric, and then I put the interfacing in, and so it's super sturdy. I then found that I have a massive jar of just normal regular zips, and I found a purple one for the back. you can choose whether or not to do a little welt pocket at the back. And I have to be very honest, when I'm making it for someone else, I do not put the pocket in because it is more fiddly. But if I'm doing it for myself, I love the extra pocket because that's where I put my keys and everything else goes in the front. So yeah, a little bit selfish there, but if you can spare yourself a welt pocket, why wouldn't you? But yeah, I've got a purple, it's looking a bit blue. Maybe I'll put a picture up, but the pocket at the back is really nice. Inside you should have lining, but I didn't have any lining fabric left, so I used the outer. I think now I've used all of this twill by now. Inside though, for most of the lining, I have a cotton lawn that was a remnant as well from making something else. And the thing I'm the most pleased about is the zip, because I used one of the funky zips from Purple Stitches. I bought these ages ago. I bought a bunch of different colors, and I've used a few now in bags. I really love it. It's kind of a really long zip, and you use the length that you want basically. And so I've still got a little bit left of this purple one. And I did buy some spare pullers. Is that what you call it? Now, the thing that I'm a little bit upset about, that I didn't think about, if we're being completely honest, is that this is obviously rose gold and the earrings that I had were silver, which clashes a little bit. Does anyone care? Probably not. It just made me go like, oh, that's a shame. But then I thought, well, the strap that I want to use with this, and basically you can make the strap, but I found that you can find some ready-made straps that are much more interesting out and about. So I have this one strap, let me show you. This, which I bought maybe 2 years ago in a market in Florence, which is where I grew up in Italy. And I love this. It's, what's it called? Houndstooth, purple houndstooth. I love this, and I love how chunky it is. And this has silver hardware. So, you know, if I found the gold D-rings to put in here, it would then have clashed with the silver hardware of the strap. So I wouldn't have been happy anyway. And at least this is silver to silver. The rose gold is its own entity at the front. But there you go. So I made it properly with all the trimmings, meaning the welt pocket at the back and the interfacing, but then I saved myself some time on making the strap because I love this. Look at it. That looks so cool. And I have, just to show you, this one for my pink one and another leopard one, which I think is darker. I just bought a big pack. This I bought online. I feel like Purple Stitches maybe sell this webbing. I might be wrong. Anyway, saves you some time, saves you some hardware, because hardware is quite expensive. And I love making bags, and I buy a lot of multi-packs. But, you know, if you can save yourself what is this? You've got swivel clips on each end, and you've got an adjustable ring. I can't remember what it's called. A slider. There you go. So if you can save yourself from buying those things and just find a really cool strap, Oliver Bonus, I feel like, sells them as well. That's my top tip if you're making the bum bag. But yes, here is the bum bag. I'm pretty happy apart from the metal clash. And I am extremely happy to have a purple bum bag in my life again, because this will coordinate with my clothes better than that pink one. I do wear a lot of pink as well, but that's quite almost like a reddish pink. And sometimes it clashes, whereas this dark purple is going to go with everything I wear. So that's it for new things, which feels quite small. Not that I have to make massive things all the time, but I can see that I'm tired by the level of production, I guess, if that makes sense. But then what I have been doing a lot of is knitting on the sofa, because I'm freezing all the time. So I'm on the sofa under a blanket with Roy in my lap. Honestly, neither of us wants to move from that position. We each treat the other as a hot water bottle. That's how it is. We're like, do not go anywhere. You need to keep me warm at all times. So I've been doing a lot of knitting, which means that I have made great progress on my Pettson vest. So the Pettson vest is by Lotta H. Löfgren, is how I'm guessing it's pronounced. It's probably not, but it is a great pattern. I am really enjoying knitting it. And I have this to show you. It looks more like a vest than it has until now. Let me see. So it's kind of wearable, and I'm wearing it on top of a jumper, which makes me quite happy that it fits, because that's more wearability, you know. I was thinking I could wear it on top of shirts maybe to add a little bit of extra warmth, but if I can wear it on top of a top and a jumper, then I'm super cozy. Great. So what I've done since I last saw you is quite a lot, actually. I reached the full length here, added the ribbing at the hem with a tubular cast off, so this one is stretchy, unlike my green jumper. I added the ribbing on the armholes, and then I ran out of yarn. No, I was so hoping that I could get this project out of just 2 skeins. So I'm using pure tweed. I'll put the picture on the screen so you can see the details, and I'll link to it below because it's a great yarn. I would really recommend it. Lovely to work with. It comes in a bunch of different colors. I obviously went for the black one, but it's a lovely Aran weight yarn, I think. And it's black tweed, so it has some little flecks. And then I added a silver runner, which I'm so pleased I did, because the fabric honestly is so sparkly. I love it. So it definitely, the pattern definitely required more yarn, but I was tight and decided that I just wanted to buy 2 skeins. And to be fair, I wasn't fully tight. Pat bought me this yarn, so I thought let's make it work with just 2, because yarn isn't cheap, you know. So I went for 2 skeins. Pat bought it for me for my birthday, super sweet. And I thought I could do it. And honestly, I used the full 2 skeins to make it up to the armhole ribbing, and this is all I've got left. Nothing. So all I've got left is the button band. So I definitely will need more yarn. I kept thinking, oh, maybe if I undo my swatch, it still wouldn't have been enough. I think the band it's not a massive button band, but it's like 3 centimeters, I think, something like that, all the way around. I just need more yarn. So I've ordered a new skein. But in the meantime, I am extremely happy with how it's looking. So obviously it's curling up here because it's stockinette, but you can see hopefully the vision. It is cropped. I wanted it to be cropped, and the pattern is cropped. I have sized down. I made the smallest size because I want it quite tight. I think the original fit is a little bit looser, but I am super happy with this. If you imagine that there's going to be a button band as well here. Quite happy with how it sits on the shoulders. It could be a little bit more in. I do have narrow shoulders, so maybe one day I'll learn how to adjust that on a knitting pattern. At the moment, I don't, so I will live with this. It's okay. It's just a little bit off the shoulder nibbly knobbly thing here, which is where I probably would like it to sit. But maybe that's not the style either, so it's fine. I am very, very happy with having a V-neck knit, because there are some shirts, especially button-up shirts, that look really good with a V-neck, and I do not own, I don't own a single V-neck jumper. I do own a V-neck vest that's secondhand from a charity shop. It's really, really cute, but it's color work, so it doesn't go with every shirt that I have. This is sparkly, yes, but it is black, so I think it will go on top of my button-up shirts and look really good with then the buttons and the color up here. I'm excited to add this to my wardrobe, basically, is what I'm saying. So yes, extremely happy with the progress on this. It's really nice and so sparkly. And I am now at a halt while I await the next skein. And yes, possibly it won't be the same dye lot. That is a possibility that I have accepted and embraced, and it's going to be fine, mainly because all I'm doing is adding the button band and potentially a pocket. But so they are sort of separate objects, if that makes sense. That's how I'm justifying it to myself. So it's not that I'm changing skeins. It might be a different dye lot halfway through the vest. It's not that. It's like a separate object, which is the button band, potentially the pocket. I've said there is a little afterthought pocket. I've said I'm going to attempt it. If it looks too difficult, I'll scrap it, but I will try it. And now that I'm going to have a full third skein, I will definitely give it a go because I will have the yarn. And then I thought that because I think I'm going to have quite a lot of yarn left. I'm barely going to use that third skein, which is frustrating. But I think I'm going to try and find a hat pattern that I could get out of the whatever I've got left and make it still black tweed plus silver. So I've got a little set that could be cute. If you have any favorite Aran weight yarn hat patterns that you've knitted before or that you've heard of, please do comment below and let me know, because I would like to start looking for that. And I'm still not great at looking on Ravelry. I don't know about you. I really struggle to find things. It's not the best. What I have found that's really working for me on Ravelry is if I have a yarn, I can look that yarn up and look at the projects made in that yarn. That has worked very well for me to find patterns and things. But that's how I found the hipster beanie, I think, which I talked about in some vlog at some point. So that's worked well for me to look for patterns. But when I go, for example, I would love to find, I'm not saying I'm going to make it yet, but in my head, I would like to know if there's a pattern for a very basic cable V-neck vest. That's what I would like to do in quite substantial yarn so that it doesn't take me forever, because I've never tried cables. I would like to give cables a go, probably not on a full jumper. I don't want to commit to that. So I thought a little vest, a little V-neck vest that's form-fitting, because I've seen a lot of the vests or slipovers or whatever you want to call them that you see out there are very oversized, and that is absolutely not my taste or my look. I like things to be fitted. So I would like a fitted V-neck vest that features cables in, say, a DK or above yarn. And I've tried to look for this thing, couldn't find a single pattern that fitted any of those requirements. So I just don't think I'm very good at looking for things on Ravelry yet. So if you've heard of one, again, pop it in a comment. I would be so, so grateful. Anyway, this is where we're at with the Pettson vest. And I would definitely recommend the yarn, the pure tweed yarn, because it's been great to work with. I would definitely recommend the pattern as well. I'm enjoying knitting it. It's not too difficult, she says. I haven't done the button band yet, which it will be my first time doing it. But, you know, I've been enjoying that. The last thing I'm going to mention is something that I received it weeks ago and I keep forgetting about it. Let me have a sip of tea for a second. Christmas has been fully embraced here. Right, so this arrived a few weeks ago, but first of all, I'd forgotten I'd ordered it because I ordered it in September around my birthday when I had a little bit of money gifted to me. And I thought, you know what? I've never done anything like this. It's expensive, but not impossible. Why don't I treat myself to an advent calendar? And I didn't go for one of the higher, you know, the top end advent calendars because that would have been too much. But this one is the Kylie and the Machine labels calendar. So it was under £100, which I think is a win when it comes to advent calendars. They all seem to be really, really expensive, and I didn't want to do that. It is still an investment, don't get me wrong. But yes, I ordered it around my birthday, forgot all about it, and then it arrived in like late October. I ordered it from the Fold line. They might still have a few in stock. If they do, I'll link below. But I am excited. I've never had a sewing related advent calendar. And this one has more than one label in each day. So I thought that's pretty good value. And I mentioned ages ago that I needed to restock on cute kind of sewing labels because I've basically run out. I use my iron-on ones that I make with my name or my channel name, Almita Made, on it a lot. Like, yes, got one of this. I need to add it to the purple one, don't I? So I use that a lot, but I do also like a cute, fun, quirky sewing related label to add every now and then. And I've completely run out of those. And some of you in the comments mentioned Kylie and the Machine, and I'd never tried any of her labels. And while I was looking for that, I saw the calendar. I was like, well, I should, shouldn't I? So I'm hoping that there will be some really exciting labels in here. You don't get a preview. I think you can have a preview on Kylie and the Machine's Instagram maybe, but I chose not to. I would like it to be a surprise. That's the fun of an advent calendar, isn't it? So I don't know, I might share this in stories when the time comes or something like that. But I am very excited. It's a very nice object, I have to say. I don't really... Oh, there's a magnet. Hadn't even seen that. Oh, I like that. I haven't even opened it like fully. Oh, yes! Oh my God, I've been so well behaved. I didn't even look inside. Look. That's really fun. That's really beautifully made. Oh, I love that. That's really cute. So again, it's not cheap, but if you are able and willing to invest in something a little bit special to add to your me-made clothes, then why not? Oh, there you go. It says 65 sew-in labels for the home sewist. That's cute. One thing I find very difficult when looking for labels is that often you have to buy like a pack of maybe 6 of the same label. I don't love that. And I have bought multi-packs in the past, but then you have to spend ages choosing. So this I feel like will be the best solution, because I will just get lots of different ones that I don't have to choose. Hopefully I will like a lot of them. And if some I don't love, I'll still find use for them, I'm sure. And yeah, so I'm excited about the Kylie and the Machine sew-in labels advent calendar. Now there was another option that was for the sweary sewist, and I was tempted, but then I thought, you know what, let's keep it clean. PG only. I don't know. I'm sure the sweary ones are very funny, but then I would be more reluctant to share the pictures of them or share them on this channel so as not to offend. And yeah, I think these will be more used. So there you go. That is everything for me today. It's a little bit short, as I said. I'm not full of making energy, but I hope that you still enjoyed this little chatty vlog and my few little makes. I am very excited, especially about the progress on this knit. I think I said a while back that I was hoping to finish this sparkly vest for the festive season, and I think I'm going to do it, because now I just need the button band, which I'm sure will take me a little bit of time, but I should make it before the start of December, she says confidently. I have no idea what the process looks like. Maybe I should look ahead in the instructions. But anyway, I think it's likely that I will be able to wear this sparkly vest around Christmas. I think it's very possible. And don't get me wrong, I'm going to wear a sparkly vest all year round. Maybe not in summer, because it's kind of heavy rustic wool, so probably not a summery garment, but I will wear this when it's sad winter, grey, horrible, and I will wear it again in autumn, and then the cycle will begin again. So it's not like I have to finish it for Christmas, because then I won't wear it, but I would really like to have a new sparkly vest to wear this Christmas. So fingers crossed, wish me luck. Then hopefully this weekend and next week I will do a little bit more sewing, maybe a little bit more exciting than just the bum bag. We'll see. I can't see myself pulling out of this current mood very quickly, given the circumstances, but we will try, and for sure I'll be knitting. I mean, at least that, because my spot on the sofa with Roy is very cozy and very comfy, so I will be knitting. I might start on some gift knitting. Well, I've done one already, but actual things that I need for the 25th of December, let's say. I might start on that. I have a couple of those planned, so we'll see. Okay, that is where we're going to leave it. I hope you've had a good week. I hope you have a lovely weekend ahead. I hope that the grayness of the weather isn't getting you too down. Maybe you're in the southern hemisphere and having a great time with summer starting. I envy you so much. Tell me what you're making. I hope it's something fabulously summery and bright. Cheer me up with your makes. But yes, if you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Consider buying me a coffee. The link is below. And tell others about this channel. If you enjoy it, it's likely that your making friends might enjoy it as well. And I would love for as many people to find this little colorful corner of the internet. Until I see you again, keep making and keep chatting about making. Bye.